After so many rumors, scoops from leakers, we actually have something official for Spider-Man 4, and while it's nothing crazy, it's something that has at least broken the silence regarding MCU Spider-Man 4. We also have some rumors and non-official stuff, but we'll get to that. But the last couple times we talked about MCU Spider-Man 4, we have been talking about who's directing it and things of that nature. We heard Drew Goddard at first, then Justin Lin, but they both recently have been ruled out as they are both directing other projects respectively. But the very last time we talked about MCU Spider-Man 4, we discussed the possibility of Sam Raimi directing MCU Spider-Man 4. Again, MCU Spider-Man 4, not to be confused with the popular, highly wanted, but sadly cancelled Raimi Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. To kind of put it quick and simple, that Raimi rumor might not hold up or be entirely true, but who really knows? Anything is possible. Raimi did come back to comic book movies with Doctor Strange, but who really knows if Marvel will hire him again, but this time for MCU Spider-Man. So those are the latest rumors regarding MCU Spider-Man 4, but let's get into today's stuff, where we have an interview from Tom Holland via Deadline, and as well another rumor of someone who might appear in the movie, and lastly who might be directing the film. But we have had so many of these rumors of, oh, this person's directing it. At this point it's like, damn, who the fuck is gonna direct this movie? What the fuck is going on? Does no one want to direct Spider-Man 4? I feel like maybe some people think these are some big shoes to fill, and when they were offered they would love to do it, but it might be intimidating or some shit. I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping. But who wouldn't want to direct a Spider-Man film? There could also be other factors into play. Maybe they just don't fuck with the story personally, or pay, or whatever. I don't know though. Yeah, just make sure to stay till the end. You don't want to miss any of the above. So let's get into the Tom interview with Deadline. The Deadline article is titled Tom Holland Talks Spider-Man and Plans for Fourth Movie. Deadline asked Tom about his career and plans for future projects, including whether he will return for a fourth Spider-Man movie. His response was this: "The simple answer is that I'll always want to do a Spider-Man film," he told Deadline. "I owe my life and career to Spider-Man, so the simple answer is yes, I'll always want to do more." Now I gotta say, this is actually insane, because we've already talked about this before, but I'm just gonna glide over it again. What he just said is insane, considering all the bullshit he's been spewing for the past few years. And again, I've mentioned this before, but he's essentially said a few times throughout the years since No Way Home released, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna return. We may have to pass the torch. I don't know if I'm gonna be Spider-Man anymore. If not, it's time to give the torch to somebody else." Tom, shut the fuck up and make your mind, bro. Make up your mind. But I digress. The article continues and says, "The more complicated answer," Tom added, "is how he and the Spider-Man team approach any follow-up to Spider-Man No Way Home, the third title in his web saga, without retreading past themes." Now I get what they mean by this, sort of where they should take the character, but at the same time they left the story at the most perfect point where literally anything could happen for the most part. There's a wide range of possibilities of different routes to take the character. As far as retreading past themes, just build the character up. He's got to be more mature and shit, definitely. I'm not sure though if they mean retreading past themes in other movies like Raimi or Andrew's movies, or just Tom's movies. But the article continues and Tom says, "We have the best in the business working toward whatever the story might be, but until we've cracked it, we have a legacy to protect. The third movie was so special in so many ways that we need to make sure we do the right thing." And I mean, hey, I like that Tom is at least fighting for what's right for the character. That's dope to see. He knows how much this shit means to the fans, and he's taking it serious, which is good as far as him looking at it protecting a legacy or whatever, right? Tom then added, "This is the first time in this process that I've been a part of the creative process so early. It's just a process where I'm watching and learning. It's just a really fun stage for me. Like I said, everybody wants it to happen, but we want to make sure we're not overdoing the same things." This is interesting. So he's never been a part of the creative process of a movie so early in the project. I mean, it's a good learning experience for him, at least I'm pretty sure. I wonder though if he will have any say in what happens or not. Hopefully he does, and if he doesn't like something, they can change it around if need be, if it's to make the film better. Generally speaking, I feel like Sony and Marvel are sweating bullets trying to figure out what to do with this movie, even though they can literally do anything, to the point where I feel like there's almost no possible way that they can fuck it up that terribly, if that makes sense. There is this last part of the article where Tom says, "We're figuring it out. We're at that stage where it's post-strike, so we're waiting for those scripts to come in." He said, "We're giving the writers the time they need to hit the ground running." Yeah, not gonna lie, I forgot about the strikes already. Y'all remember that when the writers and actors really went on strike for months. That shit was crazy. But yeah, so I guess they haven't finalized a script yet, when I thought it was reported that they did finish the script or it was almost done. I don't know, so that's kind of confusing, but hey, as long as they're taking their time to make it good, I guess we can't really complain, right? Now on to the rumored cameo and director. These two rumors are coming from My Time to Shine Hello over on Twitter. Now granted, these may not be true to my knowledge. He's not been the most reliable source recently nowadays. Either way though, it's not confirmed by Marvel or Sony, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. The first rumor from my time is that Black Cat will appear in Spider-Man 4. We've heard this a couple times in the past. I think I've reported on this before. I forgot who was rumored to be playing Black Cat. I believe it was Natalie, Alan Lind, and Jesus, good God, that would be a good cast for Black Cat. But yeah, there's that. And My Time also as well said that James Wan is being considered to direct Spider-Man 4. Now, if you by chance do not know who that is, he's the man who directed the Aquaman films over at DC. I believe he was also behind the Conjuring and Insidious films. Lastly, he directed 2004's Saw 1, I believe. He also co-wrote Saw 3 and has been involved in the rest of the Saw movies as like an executive producer. So I mean, in my opinion, I haven't seen the Aquaman films because I don't know, I just don't really care for that character, but I've seen a lot of mixed and bad reviews for Aquaman, so there's that as well. I have seen some of the Saw movies. Those were crazy. From what I remember, I like the Saw movies, but this guy is a very horror movie centric director, so I don't know, maybe not the best idea unless the villain is like Mr. Negative or something like that. That could be interesting. Otherwise, I don't really know how to feel about this. But then again, I think Spider-Man trilogy was Raimi's first like entry into the comic book world or whatever, and before he was mainly a horror centric movie director, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I just hope they choose the right person for this. They're taking their time on it, which is kind of annoying, but like at the same time good, because like I don't want them to rush the film, so like, you know, it's whatever type shit. Honestly, like they just need to nail this film perfect. It's crucial because it's gonna set up the tone for the rest of Tom's next trilogy, and as well, whether people realize it or not, this is gonna be like the new generation Spider-Man or whatever, kind of like how Toby was our generation Spider-Man, or like Andrew was our generation Spider-Man, or like whatever, you know. But yeah, so what are you thinking? Do you want James Wan to direct Spider-Man 4, and do you think it's good that Tom is involved in the creative process of the film so early on compared to his first 3 movies, and whether or not you think that will make a good impact on the movie? With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I usually try my best to cover confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media, and whatever else I'm interested in. So if that's what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 6K. We're like halfway there, I think. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and to check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you ever had a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.